Good morning, afternoon, and evening, guys. We're back with another random tier list today, talking about Smite once more, talking about Osiris, the broken god of the afterlife, warrior, Egyptian melee, physical type god. All of this stuff. He is based on the Egyptian god Osiris, of course, and we can see some of the skins here. This character, this god, was released on May 7th, the anniversary of which this video will be coming out on. So we're going to go ahead and celebrate Osiris today and rank his skins. All right, diving on in here, guys. Thank you for the comments suggesting I do more Smite videos. I know Nox and Nemesis have been suggested and wanted. Those will be coming up sometime shortly. But I did want to do Osiris today as it is the anniversary of when he came out, and I kind of had that pegged a while ago. We're going to go ahead and dive in. I am going to be using the order today that is on the website, the official website, which is linked in the description down below. Standard Osiris. I think it's a B tier skin. It looks above average. The color schemes work really well together. That's what we're going to be talking about on several of his skins here. He has a lot of different color schemes going on, and some of them work and some of them don't. The gold mixing with the blue, the kind of greenish skin, he's the god of the underworld. It looks good. All of it looks good together. I'm going to say it's an above average skin. Next up on the website is the Black Knight skin. I think this is absolutely fantastic. The black and red go great together. The triple Morning Star, which is a medieval play on his normal weapon. I think that looks awesome. The axe as well. It doesn't always work when you take a character that's from such a different inspiration, like an Egyptian god, and make them into a European medieval knight. But in this case, this Crusader looks absolutely wonderful in this color scheme. And yeah, everything. Another one that does is this one. Codebreaker is going to be this kind of futuristic skin, this futuristic look on Osiris. Got the pinkish purple all around. I think that goes great with the blues and the grays we see. The single Cyclops eye also looks fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and say that's A tier. On the other side of the spectrum here, we have Exalted One. Exalted one of Osiris's original normal skins. This one I don't like, mainly for the color. I actually do think the skin is incredibly similar to his base skin, but just the design, the colors they chose, this image specifically, I just don't think it looks very good. Frankenhotep. I do like the play on the name, but I'm going to go ahead and put Frankenstein in C tier. It's nice to have a holiday themed skin, something that you can play as for the holiday and whatever, but it's just not super inspired. They could have probably merged more aspects of Osiris into the character if they wanted to. Either way, with this, what we got, I'm going to say C tier. Golden is next, and I'm going to say Golden is a B tier skin. I do think it's an above average skin. We see this a lot with old Golden skins. They are often the skins that are some of the oldest on each character. Especially on these older ones, the blue and the gold work fantastically together. I do think it's an above average look, and it's right up there with his normal base skin, which I also put in B tier. Next up, we have Leonardo, one of two Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles skins. So both of them are Leonardo. We have the more realistic one as well as the more classic one. I'm going to go ahead and put these in B tier. I do think in some previous tier lists where we saw some of the other Ninja Turtles, I put them in C tier. It's kind of debatable where you want to put those. I just think the Ninja Turtles are a cooler crossover than Frankenstein. And after seeing so many of the collaborations from doing so many of these tier lists, I do think Leonardo is one of the better collabs, and it fits with that character very well. My cat seems to agree, as he is shaking his bell vigorously, if that came over the microphone. If not, well, either way, let's move on. Next up, we have the Lord of Silence skin, which is a normal skin. This one is interesting. We do see a lot more bedazzling happening to his armor and his skin here. Even in his abs, we see some gold peeking through. So it's a really interesting take, much more detailed than the base skin or the golden skin. And I think that's a good thing. I dropped it here in C tier just to kind of talk about it. I think we can move it up to B tier. I don't think it's quite as good as the ones we see in A tier there, but it probably is the best of these three skins that we've seen thus far. Malware Mercenary is next, and I love this skin. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. The pose is great. The weapons are great. I'm a sucker for holographic weapons, and then just the choice to have him basically executing somebody at night with rain happening, rain falling down. I think that is fantastic. Noble Knight, same thing as Black Knight. Basically a recoloring, I believe, of the characters. Some small changes, it looks like, to the weapons, to the armor. I guess it isn't a recolor, but very, very similar design. I think it's A tier. I think it's great. We have the Reanimated Skin. Now, this skin does make sense because he is the god of the underworld. And I think if you're going to compare this to Frankenstein, I think this is a much better play on the character of Osiris, being the Egyptian god of the afterlife and whatnot. I'd say this is A tier. I think that's pretty good. In a vacuum, it's not as good as the other A tiers in my opinion, but comparing it to Frankenstein does move it up in my book. And then finally, we have the Unbroken exclusive skin. This skin looks awesome. Probably S tier, just for the detail alone. It doesn't fit as well with the Osiris character, and I guess neither of the S tiers do. But they're great looking skins. Osiris has very unique weapons, and that lends itself to creating some very unique skins. So it looks like most of his are pretty good above average. We might want to move the turtles down here just because it is a very basic crossover like the Frankenstein, though again I said they're probably better than him. But just looking at the original skins even, there are some pretty good ones here with Osiris. If you made it this point, thank you for watching. If you have any ideas for future videos, leave a comment down below. Like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you'd like to see more tier lists like this. And with all that said, guys, thank you for watching. This has been the guy who makes random tier lists, and I'm signing out.